Alright, so what I want to do is I want to try to get inside collar grip, right, to get a distraction with my lead hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step kind of at a 45, right, off to the side, as I cut an angle so that I can take my hand and slide right inside this collar. So I cut my angle, so I can immediately pivot and shoot that hand in to get his hands low. Right, once I feel his hands drop, I'm immediately going to come over the top, right, get that collar grip, and before he gets a chance to bring his hands up to try to address this, I'm going to let go, come on the inside, I'm going to hook the inside of his bicep. I want to try to pinch that material, right? Sometimes I might not be able to get it, I can just hook and just make sure I got the claw. I'm pulling in, I want my forehead to go to the shoulder here, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull him back, all right, to get into posture up. Once I feel him posture up, right, as he postures, I'm going to flare, pop my knee down, and hit a quick duck under by flaring that elbow over. Right? I step and I round the corner. I'm going to take my left hand, and as I wrap his waist, I want to try to grab that collar on the far side. I come around the corner and I go 4 fingers in on that collar here. So now I've got a 2-on-1. My chest is up on his back, I've got my head nice and low. So if he was to try to square up with me, he can't. He can't turn either direction because I've got both grips on the collar, pulling in each direction. If he tries to turn to his left, I pull the right. If he tries to turn to his right, I pull the left. Right? So I've got him nice and tight here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my back leg, right? I'm going to come over the top of his thigh, and I'm going to hook my foot behind the knee. I'm going to make sure I point my toes and flexing my ankle up. Right? And once I'm here, I want to hop in a circle towards his head, right, with my back leg. I stay nice and tight, so I'm kind of pulling him in. I'm going to hop, right, to break him down. Once he falls, I immediately clamp my knee and my thigh onto his hip, right? I'm still hugging nice and tight here. You can see him a little far away and his hip pointed, right? So all I'm gonna do is keep sure this hook is in tight. I'm gonna take my top leg, I'm gonna put that foot directly down. I'm not gonna put way out here. I drop that foot, and I'm gonna hip escape away, right? And as I hip escape away, I'm gonna kind of pull him in so I don't create too much space and allow his hip to drop here. Now once I'm here, I'm going to pull my right arm out from underneath so I have an overhook as I feed. I'm not going to let go of my grip here and come over the top, right? I'm going to keep this so I have an anchor to him, right? If I let go here and try to come over the top, he turns and squares up, right? So I'm going to keep this so it opens up his shoulder as I stretch, get my hook, and then I feed that seatbelt in. One more time. Gauge distance here. Step from my angle. He brings his hands low to try to defend. I immediately come over the top to get that same side collar grip. Forehead right to the shoulder. And I cup. I'm pulling in. Right? I don't want to give him a lot of space where he can try to swim because I don't want to turn it into a pummeling battle here. Right? So once I got that collar grip, I'm going to shuffle back to get him and snap him down a little bit. So when he goes to try to correct, I'm going to flare, cut my angle, step, as I clear, and kind of shuck it by to clear, and I pull down the collar as I round the corner on him. Right? 4 fingers in the lapel. I'm hugging him nice and tight here. Right? I don't want to be way out here, and I don't want to be behind him. I want to be off to the side, so that it's easy for me to leave my leg over the top of that thigh, and that foot hooks behind the knee. Right? If I'm here, I'm going to hop with my left towards his head, kind of spinning in a circle. I immediately clamp. Once we fall, I clamp on that end. Alright? To make sure he doesn't run away. I've got this hook nice and tight. Alright? I post my foot, I hip escape, I pull, and I let go of the bottom grip to feed to my first overhook. Connect my seatbelt, second hook goes in.